the one thing, and I was actually talking to my staff about this today, like when you look at, for example, a Taxstone, right? And like I was talking about you today. The reason why Taxstone is where he's at is because he's fearless. It's because he's willing to ask the questions that everyone else is scared to ask. He's willing to interview the people that people are scared to interview. He's willing to deal with the issues that people want to avoid. And when you look at all these other entities that have been around way longer, Source, XXL, Vibe, who are supposed to have an advantage over him and me, and they're just not really doing nothing, it's because they're too busy trying to be politically correct and trying to be friends with the artists and trying to get them for the cover. And, you know, like I literally have heard, like I've had people that have worked for the Source here before, you know, who have done interviews, and like the owner of the Source would be like, well, don't ask him any of the tough questions, you know, don't ask him anything that might upset him. And it's like, fuck all that. We're not doing that.
You need, well, you know, I don't know what be upsetting people. So, you know, when I ask questions and people be like, yo, you asked the hard questions, I was like, that question was not hard. But that's when I got to realize how much pussy people it is on the planet.
Yeah.
That some simple shit is a hard question to them. I'm like, how is that a hard question? You just ask them a question. You can answer it or you don't. You know what I mean? Like, what's the issue? They be like, you ask all the hard questions. I'm like, I don't remember asking a hard question.
Well, think about it. Think about how many radio shows are out there in the U.S. Let's not even talk about the rest of the world, but let's just talk about the U.S. How many major markets there are with major, you know, radio shows, morning shows, everything else like that. Why is it with all these radio hosts doing the interviews with the same people over and over again, all you hear about is Taxstone, Charlemagne, and Vlad? Think about that. When we're all interviewing the same people most of the time. In fact, they even get the bigger people a lot of times.
Well, mostly because they're not good. A lot of them not good at what they are. They just attached to corporations.
Yeah.
Like Charlemagne is good. He'll be good off the Breakfast Club. Anywhere he go, he'll be good.
Yeah.
I watch his, I'm cool with Charlemagne. That's my man. Mm-hmm. I watch his interviews sometimes and get amazed because I'm like, yo, this motherfucker is good. Like, he's really good. Like, there's people as, you know what I mean? I'm like, watching different joints bouncing around, because sometimes I might put on your shit too. Like, I'll go on Vlad and watch a couple interviews back to back, different shit, or Breakfast Club, and then I look and I'll be like, Charlemagne is fucking good. Like, every time I watch it, I realize that's why he at where he at. You know what I mean? Because, and he does that's why me and Charlemagne is that he does research. I don't be researching niggas.
You know?
I don't give a fuck about you.
I research.
I like to talk to you, and you know, I'll know some things about you, but I like to overall get a feeling of who you are, you know what I mean, on the podcast. I like to talk about you and give that feeling back to the audience. That's how fans connect with them, because they like, yo, man, I was, you know, they had a real conversation. Like, I appreciate him, or I don't, he dumb. Whatever, which way it might go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, these dudes out there struggling. Shout out to all the struggling hip-hop publications out there, man. They write about my podcast, and they say, such and such said on a podcast. Nigga, you know what the fuck podcast it was, you bitch nigga. But see, you know what? I never wanted no help from them dudes anyway. Like, I never like reached out to them people, no people for anything. So, you know, I always knew. I said, I'm gonna just put the work in, and they gonna have to fuck with me. That was always my plan. So that I used to ask people for shit like, yo, could you do this? Could you do that? And niggas just be like, I'm like, yo, what? Like, are you serious? Do you know how harder I'll go than you? So that was my game plan with everything. So now I don't tell nobody nothing. I remember I wrote some shit out, tried to sell a show to somebody, and niggas was like, oh no, I went and shot the shit. Next thing I know, niggas was like, oh my God, Tax, can you call me? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then Complex picked it up to pull up. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that's just how it goes. So I don't care about pitching shit to people, because everybody's scared. Everybody is fucking scared and frightened and pussy, but what if this? What if that? What if, listen, man, if my aunt had a dick, she'd be my uncle, my nigga. Like, I don't deal with ifs.
But that's why me and you kind of hit it off in the beginning. Remember, like, our first conversation?
Mm-hmm.
Where we just started talking about all these people, and it's like, both of us like, man, fuck him. I don't give a fuck about him. Yeah. Oh yeah, so-and-so said that about me. Oh yeah, he said some shit about you too.
I ain't got no time to be caring about people that don't help pay my bills.
Right.
So when people call me and be like, such and such is mad at you for saying this, I'm like, so fucking what? Tell them if they want to shut up, pay me. Pay me to shut up. Don't be mad at me. I'm not going to shut up for you. I don't give a fuck about you. You don't give a fuck about me.
Yeah.
I remember a month or two ago, I was trying to get this artist that I've been on before, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I want to get him on my show, and the label was like, no, they giving me the runaround and shit, you know what I mean? And then now the people call today like, hey, we want to get such and such on my show. No, motherfucker. How about I was reaching out for fucking months and y'all was giving me the runaround, your label people. That's why I don't like speaking to them. I see the artists be ready to do whatever. It be the people in the office mad at you and shit because they still don't understand you or understand what's going on with you or understand your following or your core. I'm like, nigga, like this shit is not no joke. What I'm trying to do, like.
Oh yeah, no, we have this all the time. And we just had an artist booked and then that day they hit us up and said the label doesn't want us to interview with you. Mm-hmm. And since the label's paying the bills, we just had to take that. Yeah,
you got to comply. But my thing is this too, like, don't fuck with me. Label, don't fuck with me. If I ask you for a particular artist and then you telling me, oh no, because of this and because of that and because of all this little whack shit. I just did an interview with Meek Mill. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
I just did an interview with Meek Mill. Me and Meek Mill our little team's been going back and forth for the longest, you know what I mean? And I just did an interview with Meek Mill. Meek Mill took it upon himself to be like, yo, we ain't got no drama. I'm going to do the interview. So how could anybody else that I don't got no issues with be like, oh, we're scared to do an interview with you? Why? Why would you be scared to do an interview with me? Gangster rappers at that. Why are you scared?
Yo, this is what I hear over and over again. People are scared to sit down with Vlad.
Why?
Over and over again. I keep hearing this.
Motherfuckers they be like, Vlad is the feds. He asks questions. It's like, yo, my nigga, I can tell that you niggas are going to tell on your man in the interrogation room because you can't even handle somebody asking you simple questions, you understand, about certain things. So if you can't handle a dude that's interviewing you, you definitely cannot handle two people that you never seen before in your life telling you about what your life is about to be. You understand? I could tell by the comments. I read it all the time. Be like, look at this nasty shit. He's gonna tell. 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 He's gonna tell.
Oh yeah, I mean, people constantly call me the feds, Officer Vlad, and all that, and I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Today I said that shit. I was like, yo, these bloggers is cops. You know what I mean? Or some shit. Nigga was like, yeah, just say at Vlad. I wasn't even talking about Vlad. I was talking about one of these fake street bloggers that be trying to act like he some street dude. That nigga's a cop. Right. You know what I mean?
Right, which isn't me. I never tried to act like a street dude. At the end of the day, it's not about the people we interview. It's about our viewers. Mm-hmm. The viewers are the ones that are coming back every day. The artists or whoever else might come around every so often when they need something, when they need some publicity. The viewers are the ones that pay your bills. The artists don't pay your bills. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, if an artist doesn't feel that fucking with me is beneficial, then that's fine. It either means that we're not on the same wavelength or we just got to get bigger, which is fine. We keep getting bigger.
Just put in more work. I don't be mad at niggas. I be like, I'm going to just put in more work. Oh, you don't fuck with me? All right, let me put in more work. That always been my ideology with everything. In prison, you know, like when you in prison, you get into jail, like dudes is like in jail right now up north in New York. Like these dudes is fighting for status in gangs. Like when they get up there, they want to be this status because they feel like they protected and, yo, I got this status in this gang now, so I'm good. I don't got to do shit. I'm a big homie. I'm this, I'm that. Like these dudes used to write they OGs and shit like, yo, could you give me this status? I never wrote no nigga. Like, I'm not writing no nigga to hire. I'm going to write another man to give me status in life.
Right.
Put the work in, then they call you. That's what happens every time. Put the work in, then they call you. I remember somebody told me a couple years ago, yo, you should intern at this record label. I'm a grown-ass man. I can't intern.
Yeah.
I can't intern.
I've never interned.
I can't intern. I can't do that. I'm a grown man. Like, I can't do that. So they like, yo, so what are you going to do? I said, watch me. And I bust my moves and did what I was going to do. And I skipped interning. You get what I'm saying?
But at the end of the day, if you put out quality shit, you're going to have other motherfuckers who on the same shit going to reach out to you. Just like I saw what you were doing. I reached out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, let's try it out. Put you on my platform. It did numbers. Let's try it again. That's how me and Jamar have been rolling this whole time. Put them on. It worked. Just kept repeating. You know? And at any point where one of us does not feel that this is beneficial, we walk away. That's it. It's simple. People don't understand that because people, I think in this society, especially music, people are waiting for someone to put them on. And the day you realize that no one's going to put you on is the day that you're going to really start your career. Because you know how badly I wanted to be on the radio, how badly I wanted to be on TV, how badly I wanted to be in the magazines or whatever the fuck else. And then one day I just said, none of these people are going to fuck with me. And I don't care what the reason is. I'm going to build my own platform. And that's what I did. And now I could put on whoever the fuck I want. And I'm competing with these big billion-dollar entities. That's what you're doing too.
Yeah, I'm trying to take them out. Trying to take these niggas out. That's my whole goal. I wanted to be the leader of the new wave that was moving in. I felt like it wasn't nobody champion the new artists, the new DJs, the new radio personalities, the new VJs, whatever it might be. I felt like it was a clusterfuck of a whole bunch of old people that was trying to hold on to positions that they didn't deserve anymore. You know what I mean? That's like somebody right now that come through, they probably might not like VladTV, but the thing is that it's like Vlad doing his job though. If you wasn't doing your job, you understand? Motherfucker would be like, yo, Vlad got to get the fuck out of here. He's not doing his job. And there's mad dudes out there that's not doing their job. They just surviving because of relationships.
Oh, yeah.
And then the name that they built over the years. They're not doing nothing fly.
Or they were put in position by a friend of theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the niggas not doing nothing innovative out here? They not trying to do nothing new. That's why with me, you gonna keep seeing new shit. You gonna keep seeing me do new shit.
Yeah.
Like, I never limit your game to one hustle. Beanie Siegel once said that.
Well, that's the thing. People always ask me, well, why you gotta do them crazy titles? Like, why you gotta do them, ask them crazy ass questions? Because it's like, well, I don't have $1 billion record, $1 billion radio station employing me that's telling the label, bring this artist on the show and we'll spin his records all over the country for the next month. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the big artists have to do the radio stations, because there's deals being cut where, yeah, do this, but we'll go ahead and play your record and we'll get your spins up and we'll get your, your tour money up and your album sales up. We don't got that. We can't play your record. So we got to go all out every time. We have no choice. So if you don't like the way we do it, fuck it. Go do your radio stations. Go do your little fluff piece. I'm good.
Yeah.